Hi, this is Ann Gilbertson, owner of Furniture, Paints and Finishes, and today I'm going to show you a great product called Quick Crackle, and it will give you those nice lines that make a piece look aged and old. And usually you would use it with at least two colors. Your base color is going to go ahead and be the color that ends up popping through the cracks when you get done. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the red base coat, and then when I come back after applying the Crackle, we're going to put the blue on top. You always want to start with a damp brush, so I just spritz one side and the other, and I'm going to dip my brush into the lobster red, great color, and just a thin coat. Okay, so I've covered up this raw piece of wood with the lobster red, and now I'm going to go ahead and wait for it to dry. About 15 minutes later we'll come back and start the Quick Crackle process. Okay, so now the first coat has dried and we're ready to go ahead and put on the Quick Crackle. Now with the Crackle you don't want to apply too much. You're better off with a thin coat, and if you want more crackles, if you want thicker lines in your Crackle and thicker cracks, then just go ahead and still do that thin coat, and then when it dries completely, then you're going to go ahead and reapply a second coat, and that will give you even more crackles. Just a thin coat. It looks like it's thick just because it's shiny on the flat surface, but I'm really not putting that much on. We're going to go ahead and let that dry. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes depending on the weather. And once that dries, then we'll apply the second color onto the top, and you'll see that the crackling happens immediately, and we'll go through that process. Alright, so I have a coat of the Quick Crackle on here now, and we're ready to add our second color to be able to see this red pop through when we do the Crackle. So that maybe I'll do 3 scoops for this. And I'm going to use this brush with when you're doing the top coat over the Crackle, because it starts happening, the process of crackling starts right away. You want to make sure that you're going over the area only one time and then just leave it. Even if you see something that you don't like in it, just leave it. You'll find that at the end it looks great together. So I'm going to just take my paint and I'm going to just apply it like that. I'm basically just doing one thin stroke through it and then letting it go. And I'm leaving some of this where I'm not putting paint on it, and I'm doing that on purpose because when I get done with this, I want this to look like it was an old piece of wood, maybe from an old red barn that somebody then used. And here you'll see that it's kind of thick, so I'm going to just gently go over that, but you don't want to be putting a whole lot of pressure or times of repeating. This is a great process if you're going to make some signs and you just want to get some age to them. The whole process takes about 10 minutes to get a true, crackled effect, and so you just let that dry. And then you can always put a protective coat like a clear easy wax or a varnish over that just to protect it. And if it's going to be outdoors, the marine varnish works really well for that.